Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Brian Simmons. And since we just went through a lot of change management talk, I figured let's just go into it a little bit more. All right, so change management. It is definitely something that is not project management, and it gets confused with a lot of other activities that can happen in a project. So let's get into that. So project management is the transactional set of steps that you're going to go through to take a change that you want to implement from idea all the way to implementation. On the flip side of that, you're going to have change management. Change management is the transformational work that you're going to do to get a project from that idea all the way through and past implementation. So you heard transformational, you heard transactional. Transactional is process. So project management is process driven. You heard transformational. Transformational is people work. It's people focus. It's making sure that we get the idea adopted by the people. Now, not every project does a lot of change management work, and not all of it necessarily needs it. It really depends on the complexity of the project, the ability of the people in the organization to adopt change, and the interest to adopt change. If people don't know that there is a reason that we need a change that's important for them, they may not decide to be on board with that change. And that's what project management does not address. Change management addresses adoption. And it doesn't matter how many communication plans you come up with, that's not change management. Change management does a lot of things as far as coming up with communications, but also training, resistance, and other activities that can really help your change go the distance. According to McKinsey, 70% of changes are unsuccessful. And this is corroborated with ProSci's work looking at change success rates. If you have no change management, you're only likely to have 15% of your projects be successful. 15%. That is a really, really low number. If you try to do anything with change management, basically, you're going to get at least somewhere around the 43% mark. That's based on research done over 20 years. So why don't we do more with change management? I don't really have a great answer for this, but I suspect a few things, and I think we all can. So first of all, we're not necessarily as interested in the people adoption as we say. We focus more on just trying to get things done than actually trying to adopt. There's much more backing for project managers implementing than there is support after implementation. So there's more emphasis for the project managers getting a piece of work from idea to implementation than there is from implementation to beyond. And it's basically a maintenance function at that point. Organizations don't go the distance. They don't do enough work up front, and they don't do enough work on the back end. The problem of the bookends is a very common issue in many different areas of business and academia, where we're just not doing everything that we need to do. We like to skip steps. We like to keep it simple. And let's face it, change management is not all that simple all the time. It's not straightforward. Because it's not straightforward, and because we really need to link a financial outcome to the work that we're doing, and we can have a hard time with that. That's maybe why we're not getting enough change management in the project management space. All right, so I have my own speculations. Of course, I'm a little bit biased. I've worked on a lot of projects with project managers that have been successful. I've worked on a few projects that haven't been successful. And my own experience tells me that it's because we're not helping the people enough. So especially if you're working in a regulated industry, you really do need a lot of change management, because some of the things that you need to change, the answer is why we're doing this is because we have to. That's not always a great reason, but sometimes it's the only reason you have. because that's the only reason you have to help people get over that hump and get on board. All right, so that's been my discussion of change management. I know it's just a little fraction of what I could talk about, but there's so much more out there, and I think we need to talk about that in different episodes here. So if you have any questions about change management, or you got a great change management experience to talk about, please go ahead and put it in the comments below. If you like what you saw, you want to see more, let me know. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk about a little bit more, whatever you want to hear from the comments below. All right, until next week, talk to you later, guys. Bye.